Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for IDW Sonic the Hedgehog issue 52. When we last left our heroes, Sonic, Tails, and Belle were surrounded in Eggperial City and desperately tried to escape. They had a plan to steal a shuttle that nearly succeeded. Sonic made it to the shuttle. They thought they were home free with an unconscious Kit, but Eggman was oddly confident after all that. And we found out that was because Metal Sonic was right about to tear a hole through the ship, sending them crashing into the city proper, less than halfway to the exit. So yeah, now they're surrounded and they have no means of escape. And you know, there's a lot of little mentions in last issue that Sonic was getting worn out and that he's been having quite the day and he can't really keep fighting for much longer. So also Surge is alive somewhere in like the bowels of Eggperial City. And given what I've heard about the solicit for this issue, is likely to be coming into play again over the course of the issue. So with that said, let's dive right on in to issue 52. I really love our cover here, really setting up how, like, you know, not in control the heroes are, as, like, they're literally in the palm of Eggman's hand, including Kit, who seems to have allied with them. We'll see if that stays once Surge shows up again. Anyway, our story so far is basically what I just said. They arrive at the city, they're surrounded, they steal the ship, Metal Sonic destroys it. We have a roll call of Sonic, Tails, Belle, Kit, Eggman, and Metal Sonic. No Surge, something to keep in mind. So maybe she won't play a big role in this issue. But we pick up where we left off, with the gang crawling out of the wreckage of the shuttle, as Metal Sonic just, like, looms over them. And we see he's, like, I don't know what's going on with Metal Sonic, but he's, like, surging with power here. I'm not sure where that sudden power surge is coming from, but it's something. And Sonic just reacts, not good, we gotta move. And Tails realizes, wait, Kit! And we see Kit is sort of groggily coming to consciousness, which is weird. I thought he was sort of, like, he's in a seat in the cockpit. I didn't think he was there last time, but I don't have the last issue on hand for me to look at right now. But Tails yells at Kit, come on, come on! And Kit sort of wakes up all groggy. And Tails reaches over and unbuckles Kit's seatbelt and, like, flies everyone away. Like, pushes Sonic and Belle out of the way while grabbing Kit. Right as whatever lightning attack Metal Sonic has comes, like, smashing down at them. And as they're, like, flying, Sonic points out, that way! He won't be able to get up to full speed in there. And we see, they're in this building. I'm not quite sure, like, probably some kind of factory, given that this is, Eggman City. I doubt there's much of a residential zone here. But anyway, Tails looks around this factory. I didn't get a great look at the city's layout from the shuttle. But from what I remember, if we take a left up ahead, we should be headed toward the wall. I guess the wall of the outside of the city. But then Metal Sonic comes in, to their left, as Tails screams, not left, definitely not left. So yeah, they're surrounded again. On the run from Metal Sonic, but also very much, or not surrounded, but like they're caught in a trap. Not inside, it seems like they're more in an alleyway here. I don't know, I'm not quite sure I'm following like the geography of Eggperial City right now. But Belle is still seemingly still trying to, like, reach out to Metal Sonic towards that, like, connection they sort of had, back in issue 50. Metal, stop! Please! You don't have to do this! But that's not really doing it. Actually, because, well, it looks like Metal Sonic is still, like, going on the attack. There's this sort of, like, static effect going on in his eyes. I'm not sure that's a normal thing with Metal Sonic, or if it's definitely not a thing on the first page of the issue. It might be a sign that he is wavering on some level at Belle's words. I don't know, we'll see. But we see as Kit and Belle run down the alley, Sonic calls out to Tails, pointing to this, like, little walkway above them that's loaded with barrels and shit. Tails, give me a boost! And Tails flies him up there, and Sonic knocks the barrels down. That all hits Metal Sonic, hopefully delaying him a little bit. As Sonic knows, phew, that should slow him down. And Tails comments, I recognize those crystals. It shouldn't be too hard to too hard to do. We don't quite find out what he's talking about there, because I don't really know what he would be doing. But we're interrupted by Belle trying to calm Kit down. I'm trying to help. If we don't get out of here... and as Kit struggles, he accidentally, like, elbows Belle in the nose and yells, "Let me go!" And she, like, falls over at that. Getting hit in the... I thought she had something... No, it was pulling her tail that causes her to kick. I think her nose just hurts a little bit. But anyway, Tails comes over to Kit. "Kit, it's okay. Nobody's going to hurt you." So now it's time to get back to sort of the Kit drama from 50 that 51 sort of left out because, you know, he was unconscious at the time. But Kit just yells, "No! Where's Surge? I need to find her." And Sonic still believes that Surge is dead. So he sort of mutters, and Kit is still just, like, beside himself in panic. So while I definitely see Kit sort of joining up with the heroes at the end of this storyline, I'm not sure if, the way we're sort of seeing Surge here presented as this very sort of abusive figure to Kit, it was there in Imposter Syndrome, but, like, the fear, just how deep that fear goes, was not really clear over the course of Imposter Syndrome. So suffice to say, I'm curious where, like, what role, you know, because 50 sort of posited that, like, oh, maybe she could become an ally to Sonic, like so many of his enemies in the past have, like Knuckles, like Shadow, and so on and so forth. But we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. But as Kit is muttering to himself, Sonic hears Metal Sonic starting to, like, free himself from the barrels. And Sonic walks over to Kit. "Okay, this is a big ask, but Metal Sonic is coming, and fast. Out of all of us, you're the only one who can stop him from turning us into lunch meat." I don't think that's because... Does Sonic know about Kit's powers? Like, Tails might have mentioned it. But also, the rest of them are exhausted, and Kit has been... I mean, he was unconscious, but he was, like, technically sleeping for a while, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that's what the point of this line here is. And Sonic just tells him, "We're out of time, Kit. You can use..." Oh, he does know. "You can use those wacky water powers of yours and make Metal severely regret his life choices. You in?" And after a moment, Kit shakes his hand with a "yes, sir." And I wish I had Imposter Syndrome on hand to see how often the way Kit talks to Surge is with a "yes, ma'am." To sort of... Because this doesn't feel like... You know, the way Sonic is... He's not quite threatening, but he is pretty close to ordering Kit to fight Metal Sonic, which, while understandable, is an interesting sort of push away from interesting little break from the whole Sonic represents freedom that was so important to issue 50. But also, you know, what we might end up seeing is that Kit just kind of replaces Surge with Sonic in this sort of, you know, view of himself and his place in this whole conflict. Which is not healthy for Kit. Like, what Kit really needs is independence, not a better boss. But we'll see where they go with this. "Yes, sir." "Nice. Thank you." And they shake on it, and Kit just notes, I'm going to need some water to recharge my pack, though." And, like, Sonic and Tails give him this sort of, like, this, like, small smile, like, they're genuinely happy he's working with them. But I don't think Kit is going to really see... I think Kit still sees... You know, both because, like, Surge is based off of Sonic. But I think Kit is still sort of seeing Sonic as this sort of authority figure that he just relies on. Anyway, Tails takes a look at it. It holds a pressurized reservoir, right? We're going to need a lot of liquid. And we hear this sound that startles Tails and Kit. And it turns out they were near, like, a water tank. And Belle just kicked the thing open. And it all, like, floods. It's probably good for Metal Sonic here. Belle just asks, "How's this?" And we see Kit is already sort of, like, collecting that water into his pack. That'll do it. And it's a good thing she did it right then, because Metal Sonic is here. Ready to restart the fight. And Sonic tells Kit, "You got this, Kit." And he has those same sort of red eyes that came with his, like, panic attack in his fight with Tails a couple issues ago. So, again, the whole sense that, I don't know, maybe he's, like I sort of talked about him replacing Surge with Sonic in his sort of, in his like, worldview. Like, because with Surge, Sonic, and Metal Sonic, we're having, you know, all these people to Kit. They're all sort of important to Kit either long-term or in the immediate moment, and they're all variations on each other. So, like, initially it was, I follow Surge, and we're gonna take down Sonic. And now he's following Sonic to take down Metal Sonic. These all feel like echoes of each other. Like, you know, at the end of this, Kit will not be in a good place. He will have a better support system than he did with fucking Surge. But he's still kind of fucked up. But anyway, he manipulates the water to, like, bind Metal Sonic. And then he, like, rises on the water and uses that water to bring those, like, as Metal Sonic breaks free and lands in the water, the crystals that Tails called out about earlier now fall onto Metal Sonic. Not good for him. And then we cut back to Surge, who is still trying to break free of that conveyor belt from or is still trying to break free of the furnace room. And she just, like, slams on the debris. Gah! This isn't going to stop me. I will not be thrown away like some piece of... And she sees this, like, pile of garbage, finishing her thought for her. And in a rage, she just rushes up the mountain. Ha! Finally! But then she feels this rumbling. And there's, like, an Eggman-themed bulldozer or something coming towards her. And she barely gets out of the way. But she sees in the garbage Starline's hypnosis glove, along with the shattered Tricore. I don't think she'll have the Tricore because that thing looks destroyed, but she will have the hypnosis powers because she grabs that glove, which is definitely going to play into her return. And she looks at it. Starline's glove. There's no way he let it go unless, I guess Eggman was more than he could handle. Once again, no one gives a damn about Starline. Going back to the big oof scene from last chapter. And, like, you know, Surge has a big old reason to hate him. But still, as she notes, I'm finally free. Right? But that doesn't really do anything for her. You know, she's still sort of swallowed up by her whole tear down the world mentality. And she just says to herself, doesn't matter. He was weak, and I can do better. I will. And she tosses the glove. Okay. I thought she was gonna, like, use that power, but no, apparently not. Because we see the glove burn. Which, you know, my general opinion on Starline's fate, because it's left a little vague, is that he is dead until the writers want him again. So, like, we should assume he's dead, but he, like, won't stay dead forever. But if he does come back, he will be gloveless and tricoreless, so he'll absolutely be on the back foot. I hope it's a while before he comes back, because, you know, it's time for him to sort of take a break. But things to keep in mind for the eventual return of Starline. And Surge says to herself, I will get out of this. And she climbs up on the trash truck, whatever the proper term is. I'll get better, stronger. And she jumps from the top of the truck to one of the pipes that head, like the garbage chutes that head down to the room. And do more than Starline could even imagine. She's, like, hanging on to the bottom lip of it. She's gonna crawl out of there. And then we cut to Orbot and Cubot. In some, like, we see, like, the entrance to a trash chute. Surge is coming out right there, I'm betting. But we do see, this seems to be, like, some kind of storage room. We see, like, the like, you know, signs on the boxes of what they are. And there's, like, cyber brains and model kits and evil office supplies, which is the really funny one. The boss has got to have some duct tape in here somewhere. But we hear this ka-tunk, thunk, clunk noise as Cubot looks around the corner. What was that? And he hears it coming from the trash chute. Is something there? This is probably the sort of thing Orbot would tell me not to mess with. Yeah, maybe. But he opens the trash chute. Hello? And Surge just grabs him by the little, like, connecty neck thing. Bwah! And Surge just grins at him. Huh. Looks like I just hit the jackpot. Alright, so we're looking at like, Surge is pretty close to Eggman right now. We'll see if that comes into any future, is where she's going next. Nice. About time I had some good luck. And Cubot just rants at her. When I get out of here, you're gonna be sorry. I know 16 ways to break a man's neck. And Surge is just ignoring him. Has picked up a gun. Cute, but not my style. Do you have anything a little more hands-on? And she drops it as she sees something. Oh. And it's this little, like, a collection of circles. I'm not sure what it's meant to be, but circles all, like, wired together. This might be an item from a Sonic game I don't recognize, perhaps. Hello, beautiful. Who are you? And Surge, as a sort of, it's a very Orbot and Cubot thing, to be forced into another bad guy's henchman role. Right, because, like, didn't Zavok do that? And then Starline did that for a brief second, and now Surge is doing that to Cubot alone. As Surge asks him, Robot, what is this thing? My voice chips are sealed, and Surge just goes right for the threatening. They're gonna be in little pieces on the floor if you don't. Wait, I can't live like that again. That's the dynamo cage. The boss has been messing around with it for a while. Is that... Let me do some quick Googling, for the dynamo cage. The only thing I'm getting is this issue. So I'm guessing it's a new thing. It's used to harness energy, like from wisps. Doesn't matter if they want to give you their powers or not. The cage can suck it right up, no problem. But I don't think he's worked out all of the... And she, like, throws him to the ground and steps on him. Okay, shut up now. I get the picture. And she puts it on. Ready to, I guess, harness some wisp energy, along with her already there electric energy. And then we cut to Sonic on, like, the outskirts of Eggperial City. I guess I guess with the crushing Metal Sonic, I guess he's done. You know, I thought that might be Metal Sonic is out of the way, and then there's a bit more of the fight or something, but I guess it's over, because they made it to the wall of the city. They have escaped. And Tails has just flown Kit down to the outside of the wall. Tells him, hang on, I'll be back in a second. And Belle just mutters, finally, I can't wait to get out of here. But Sonic just tells her, for now, the longer the city stands, the more Eggman's gonna wreck. And then they hear a noise, right on time. You know, you gotta admire his persistence. Though I don't think that's Eggman, I think that's Surge. And I don't know, like this looks like it's gearing up to be the end of this little arc for Sonic at the very least. We still have whatever Surge is up to. Unless Sonic joins the fight here. But, like, also there's, you know, if Kit joins this little storyline, now that he's kind of allied with Sonic and Tails, that's gonna shake him to his core. We'll see where exactly Stanley is taking Kit. Because right now, you know, now that Stanley's put Belle through the works over and over again, Kit is kind of the character I'm most focused on to see what comes of him. Anyway, oh no, it's not Surge, it's Metal Sonic, who is back out of the rubble, ready to fight them again. Belle just cowers. Oh no, stay behind me, okay? But as Metal Sonic lunges at him, like full on Inferno now, Belle throws Sonic behind her, and Metal Sonic stops, because he's not gonna hurt another Badnik. For a second there I thought, like, with the fire and Belle being made of wood, this would be, like, a random heroic sacrifice for Belle, which I would have been really mad about. But no, she is leveraging her Badnik status to, like, help Sonic and the gang in a great way. If you want to get to him, you have to go through me. And for a moment, she gets this, like, nice standoff, where she is, you know, she wants Metal Sonic to see peace, and she's going to force him to. And she says, see? You don't... And then he smacks Belle away. Nope. No peace there, as Sonic calls Belle! That was low, buddy. Fine, let's get this over with. And then there's this kaboom back from the city that Metal Sonic turns around. Whoa-ho. Looks like trouble. Better run back to Daddy Dearest to make sure he's okay, huh? And Metal Sonic does leave. I don't think Sonic is going to follow. I think, like, the reason he baited Metal Sonic there is that, like, Sonic is exhausted and he has no confidence he can win a fight right now. So Metal Sonic heads back to the city. As Sonic Sonic and Belle collect themselves after that fight. You okay? And Belle just sits silently, clearly, especially looking at that next panel, unhappy at her failure to reach Metal Sonic. We see her next panel, her face is, like, covered in shadow. Tails flies up. What happened? We heard an explosion. Metal gave us a little send-off, but had to bounce early. Looks like something's up at the main tower. That's Eggman's problem, though. And we cut back to the tower as Eggman is reacting to that explosion, assuming it's Cubot's fault, which it kind of is, but not really. Cubot, if you touched any of my prototypes, I swear I'm going to turn you into a rice cooker. And someone calls out, sorry, that was me. Eh? Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. And we see Surge, powered by the Dynamo Cage, about to bring the smackdown onto Eggman. Next time, Surge Unplugged. Our cover here, though, like I don't remember the exact details of the solicit for 53, but and looking at the cover, I'm reminded that it does involve Whisper. So, I don't know, maybe Surge will leave Eggperial City fairly quickly, and Whisper will deal with her? I don't know. I don't see Whisper coming to Eggperial City right now, especially given that Whisper is somewhere out in the world, not really tied up with, all of the various dramas of the main story, at least until she's dragged back in, next month, which is only, because this video's up so damn late, is, I believe, a week and a half away. I think it's not this coming Wednesday, it's the 28th, I think. But yeah, anyway, this was a real fun chapter. I'm going to talk about the first part last, because it's my favorite, and I think it's the most important going forward from a character standpoint. But the middle scene is definitely the most immediate, like, plot important, because it's Surge finding more power, breaking free of the trash room, getting the Dynamo Cage she needs to take down Eggman. It's a lot of plot stuff. It's a lot of the things that will be important for next issue as the Surge Eggman fight kicks off. But it's also, it's a lot of build-up. It's not quite table setting, but it is very much build-up, very much sort of getting Surge in the place where she can fight Eggman rather than being stuck in a dumpster room. And also some fun little Cubot gags for a few pages. Then there's that quick little Metal Sonic bit, which feels tied into the Belle story from both 50 and earlier in this chapter that I'll get to in a minute. Or I'll just cover both those parts now, of Belle's desire for good in Metal Sonic. And while I think there might have been the briefest bit of, like, wavering in the scene in the alleyway, here, that's gone for now, but it might still show up again. You know, especially with 50 talking about the whole, Sonic's whole, many of my closest friends started out as enemies, and the way that issue sort of tied that into Belle and Metal Sonic, we might, I don't know, I'm not quite sure I'm willing to say the comics will make Metal Sonic just be a good guy now. I'm not sure we'll ever see that, but Stanley is building up to something here. I'm not quite sure what she's building up to, but she's building up to something. Which, you know, to be perfectly honest, I just can't wait to see. But now let's talk about Kit. Kit's the last thing to talk about before we move on, before I send off, because Kit is just not in a good place. Looking at, like, the last 3 pages of that scene, it's just Kit getting more and more fucked up. You know, like from a mental standpoint, there's a part of it that's better because Sonic is just, like, not as mean and cruel as Surge is, but, like, Kit is not in a mental state yet where he can really see that, and given how good Stanley handles these sorts of emotional, like, mental character arcs, I'm very excited to see this storyline play out, because I imagine it will be as brutal as Belle's was, but also just really, really good, because Kit is just, you know, all he's done is just replace Surge and Sonic for Sonic and briefly Metal Sonic, but, like, still, the way he follows Sonic is just him following orders. It's the same sort of, you know, yes sir, the sort of nervousness that tied in all of his reactions with Surge is how he sees Sonic. It's not how Sonic treats him in turn, but still, it's not exactly healthy. And those red eyes of Kit's little panic attack back in 50 definitely feel indicative of that little fact. And all of those things, the Belle Metal Sonic stuff, the Surge to Eggman, Kit and his fucked up mental state, all of which I think are going to be very important factors going into the next issue and beyond. And I, to be perfectly honest, cannot fucking wait to see it. So with that said, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the issue and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, you know, do whatever makes it happy, you know? And as always, your life is your own, okay? Bye!